Hey there, Tom here from FIBONACCI'S.com here. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend so far. Thank you very much for joining the weekly stock market review. We'll go over the weekly charts, SPY, IWM, Qs, and friends. So without any further ado, please like, subscribe, share with friends. Let's hit the weekly charts. As always, on the weekly review, we'll go over the weekly charts. SPY Doji below the 431. 431 is the 618 Fibonacci retracement from this downtrend bounce. 618 Fibonacci 431. Look left, 431 during 2021, 2022. Very important level of support. Broke to the downside, went up. Resistance. Now, once again, resistance. Some kind of a pullback, retesting the 420, 417 will be very healthy before the next leg up towards 452. QQQs, two consecutive weekly dojis above the 347. 347 support, resistance, support, important level of support once again, but two consecutive dojis. We might be in a pullback coming soon towards the 330 before next leg up towards 370 and all-time highs at the 408. Dow Jones finally managing to close above this white trend line. This white trend line, we all know it because we are following this white trend line for the past several months or so. This white trend line, very tough resistance for price action. Now let's see if bulls of the Dow have enough power to break up continuation above the 341 towards 344 and 348 to the upside. Red trend line needs to hold as support for the higher lows. IWM continuing to break up above. Bullish sentiment on the IWM in the past 2 weeks. 186 tough resistance it is. The 618 retracement Fibonacci level, downtrend, retraced, 618 got rejected. 182, 183 to the downside needs to hold before the next leg up above 186 towards 192 and 200. All we have to do, follow price, use levels and trend lines as our guide for future price action. Next week we have CPI, PPI, rate decision. Manage your risk, tighten your stop losses because we are going for a volatile week. Ethereum and Bitcoin breaking to the downside. Ethereum breaking below the uptrend channel, not looking good. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Now 1640 to the downside is the next support. Below it, we are going 15, 1390 and 1260. This level here, the 1930, will become a tough resistance in the future. We can draw a line here. Then we will know that if price will reach and bounce once again to the 1920, 1930 area, we will know it will have a very tough resistance. Bitcoin breaking below the 26,400 after managing to close up above and stay above this area since middle of March, 2.5 months. Now breaking to the downside. We do have another day and a half till the week is over for the Bitcoin at the time I'm recording this video, but not looking good. We see here lower highs since April each and every week. Lower highs, lower lows. Next is the 23,500 that needs to hold. We take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and now you can see 24 to the 100, and then we have 22, 285 and 20k. For now, Bitcoin to the downside. Tesla continuing towards closing this gap at the 261. Not surprising. Downtrend, bounce, 618 Fibonacci level. Let's see if Tesla can break up above And we also have this trend line over here. As we always say, trend lines are the true support resistance for price action, and they are also our roadmap for future price action. And not surprising, this purple trend line, once again, resistance for the highs. We had resistance over here during October, November 2021, January 22, over here during March and April of 22, over here, September, August of 22, and now once again, Tesla went all the way up towards the 618 together with this trend line. Let's see next week if Tesla bulls can break it, finally break up and above, closing this gap and going towards the 300, the 310 area, or are we going for some kind of a pullback towards the 220, 215? All we have to do, follow price, use levels and trend lines as our risk management and our guide for future price action. Check the links in the description below if you want to take your trading journey to the highest level and understand in-depth relationship between candlestick analysis, aka pure price action, Fibonacci, and trend lines. Apple, 177 to the downside, 183 all-time highs to the upside. Not surprising. Doji on the weekly. We can take Fibonacci once again. Swing low, swing high. 175 to the downside. We have all-time highs. And the 184, 185. Doji, some kind of retracement towards 175 will be very healthy after this crazy bull run on Apple. Microsoft, previous week we had a doji. This week we have a weekly to the downside candle. Pullback for Microsoft also at this point will be very much healthy. 323 to the downside, 338 to the upside. Long continuation above towards all-time highs and 358. Below 323 we have 312 to the downside. Remember, next week CPI, PPI, FOMC decision. Keep your stop loss very tight. Anything can happen in these kind of weeks. Nvidia, last week we had doji after a very crazy bull run. This week, another doji, which means 2 consecutive dojis. Indecision for Nvidia. Bulls are taking breath. Bears wants to get in the game. Let's see where Nvidia is taking us. 332 to the downside, which was the previous all-time highs. Long continuation above 420 towards 567. Netflix continuing with strong uptrend since June of 2022. Uptrend now closing above the 618, the 404 towards this upper yellow trend line at 477, and then we have 415 to the upside. We have this, all this, look left, all this area of support that will become resistance once price will reach the 463. Above it, we are going towards 512. Google, 3 weeks of dojis. Bulls of Google looks like they are getting weaker. Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, 618 is now from resistance to support. 3 consecutive dojis holding above the 618, the 121 level. 112, 115 to the downside is the next support. Long continuation above 126, 127 towards 133. Meta, also 2 consecutive dojis, but overall Meta is a very strong name since October. Now, as you can see, Fibonacci level, the 272 to the upside, resistance, support will be the 246 to the downside, long continuation above 271 towards 300. Above it, we are going all-time highs. Amazon, last week, closed above this trend line. Doji, another doji this week, 124 holding, together with this white trend line holding as support, from resistance to support, breaking down and under. We are going to the 112. Above it, let's take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, 127 to the upside. Then we have 135 and 144. Let's do like this. 123 now is holding. Below it we have 112. Above it we have 136 to the upside. 2 consecutive dojis, which means we are in some kind of a halt, pause for this bull run. Let's see, bulls of Amazon, after these 2 weeks of relax, took their breath. Let's see continuation towards 136. Shopify, 64 to the upside, 55 to the downside. 5 weeks of sideways move, long continuation above 64, below 55. This blue trend line needs to hold, otherwise we are going to the 50 and the 54.91. AMD, 3 weeks, the 127 is holding as a very tough resistance. Not surprising, look left, resistance over here during January till March of 2022. Now once again, resistance. 116 needs to hold, otherwise we are going to the 108. Long continuation above 128 towards all-time highs at the 164. We can take Fibonacci once again, swing low, swing high, and then we will get all the levels that we need. Above 130, 131 to the upside, 165 all-time highs is next. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit a like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget to check the links in the description below and turn the notification bell on for more videos coming during this weekend. Until the next video, enjoy the rest of your weekend.